nobody is given anything in the NBA.
Right.
You earn every minute,
Except
every
for
point. Again, so like I was getting to that point. Like
when I watch the game, it's either he don't like basketball or he don't like playing for Cleveland.
And the Warriors went like 37-4 or something crazy like that. And Draymond, because Kurt was out, had more freedom with the offense. It was averaging literally like 14 and 7. He averaged 14 points and 7 assists. While Luke Walton was the coach.
So, yeah, human nature is like, then when you got down early, you just like, damn, all right. Then, you know, when it rains, it stores, and the floodgates open, and then you just be like, all right, we came down here and did what we needed to do anyway. So they just coasted through the rest of the game, I felt like. And it was like,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of No Files Given, presented by DraftKings. I'm Big Waz, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, NBA champions and legends, Paul Pierce, Danny Green. We have an incredible show for you guys today. But first, make sure you go download that DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use the code NFG at sign-up. We got a good deal for you guys. Let's get right into it, man. Before we dive into some playoff action, we like to get into smoke up here when we can. Pod smoke specifically.
Okay.
Man, just to bring it back. So, I guess Steve Kerr has made it known that he's not going to coach next year.
they just had a moment. Draymond's been on the panel with Kenny, Ernie, and Chuck. And they just talked about, and Chuck said, "Yo, it's over." Like, Draymond wasn't trying to hear that. Like, our goal is this. It's our success.
This is
they had a moment to hug.
This is before last year, though. I mean, before what happened a day or two ago.
Maybe.
When Kerr had that situation. But Draymond went on his podcast.
And said something else.
And said something that Steve Kerr, as much as he's done for his career,
he's hindered him something.
That hindered him.
Yes, I saw that too.
So that happened first.
Steve said they shared the moment that they had. We don't know if we're gonna have another moment like this. So Steve Kerr was like hugging him and Steph on their last games, and they spoke about it. But yes, also saw the hindering thing.
Right. So
but we don't know. It's unknown. We don't know what Steve Kerr is gonna do. He's making a lot of money. I don't know if they want to pay him a lot of money again to come back.
Right.
That's the situation.
And so Austin went on the Dan Patrick show, and, you know, because the nature of today is like everything is clips, Dan Patrick just played the clip of Draymond saying Steve Kerr was a little bit of a hindrance to his career, even though Draymond on the full podcast kind of pretty much gave Steve Kerr his flowers.
Yeah.
So Austin goes off the clip, and he's like, that's ridiculous. You know, like, you had a great career. Steve Kerr did a lot for your career. Like, guys got ran out of town on your account. Like, the team really helped you out, whatever. And then Draymond came back with his
your father gave you $40 million
assessment. We could play the Draymond clip because I think it's worth listening to.
Quite honestly, guys that you usually get into the back and forth with, they become back and forth because it's like one of them like severely tips something this way and the other is just like kind of so far down that it kind of pulls you back a little bit. And so speaking of Austin Rivers, you know, I saw he said he's bewildered and it's ridiculous or what I said. And I just find it interesting that a guy who was the 10th pick in my draft, I was 35, who's on his second act, still on act 1. He goes, Draymond, never been a scorer. Austin, you and I averaged the same amount of points in high school. And I say high school because that's when you were at your best. And then in college, you know, he was still good. He was very featured at Duke because NBA careers, should he really talk about my NBA career? I'm still with my first team. He was gone from his first team in 2 years. The guy received the biggest bailout in U.S. history prior to President Trump bailing out the airlines when his dad gave him $42 million. And I tip my hat to Doc. I pray that I can give DJ $200 million or give Deuce $250 million. I pray that I can do that one day. I love how people just go take the 15 seconds that they want to take and make it a headline. But I really enjoyed watching Austin Rivers be bewildered.
So that was Draymond's response. Basically, you peaked in high school. The only reason you got a good contract is because your father gave it to you on the Clippers.
Yeah. And then, of course, Austin.
Come on, Draymond. This is ridiculous. Seriously. Ridiculous. But you know what? I'm going to address it because you crossed the line and you were mad disrespectful for whatever reason. You've been around too long. We both were drafted in the same class. The fact that you don't have the wherewithal to do your due diligence and actually understand I was being highly complimentary of you on the Dan Patrick Show. But it's you, and I shouldn't be surprised. You always act irrationally, emotionally immature, and your anger always puts you in hot water. So here I am having to address a video of you belittling my career. First off, Draymond, we weren't the same players in high school. I don't care about our numbers being similar. I did it at the national level, the top level. Hence why I got the Naismith Award, and I got pretty much every award you can think of in high school. I was ranked number 1. You were ranked, I don't know. So cut it out. Next. College, you actually were you actually a really good college basketball player, but it's hard to compare because I was only there for 6 months. Something you could never do. Talk about I was, one of the featured guys. No, I was the guy. I led my team in scoring. I was first team All-ACC, freshman player of the year, lottery pick. Stop. Next. The NBA, hey, man, you got it, Dre. I mean, listen, I played in the NBA for more than 10 years, more than a decade, 11 years, but I'm not a Hall of Famer like you. So I'll give you that credit. All right, you got it. But let's peel back that onion and understand why. Easy, Tiger. Okay? You have the delusion, the non-wherewithal, the irony of you saying I'm part of the biggest bailout in NBA history. Draymond, you were the luckiest basketball player I think I've ever seen, especially in modern day history. Let's talk about that. You were drafted to a franchise with the Hall of Fame front office, Bob Myers, Hall of Fame coach, Steve Kerr, the greatest shooter of all time, and perhaps the top 5 player of all time, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest shooters, top 5 shooter of all time, another Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson. The Swiss Army knife himself, the guy who could do a little bit of everything on the floor, Andre Iguodala, another Hall of Famer. I know, keep up, it's a lot of talent. Not to mention one of the most lethal scorers of all time and arguably a top 10 player of all time, Kevin Durant, the same guy you chased off because of this, your mouth. You talk too much. And that's not even counting the plethora of talent around those guys. The Sean Livingstons, the Barbosas, the Andrew Wiggins, the Jordan Pooles, who you also chased off. Cut it out. Draymond, you're the backpack jump shooter. You're the guy that everyone leaves open. No one guards you. There are hours and hours and hours of film of just you being left wide open. In fact, anybody can just YouTube or Google or watch any Draymond game ever, and he's open all game. There are clips of you getting a rebound and just driving in a straight line and just getting a wide open layup because everyone's fanning out to guard the actual talent on the team. Talking about Steve Kerr ended your career. Bro, Steve Kerr made your career. How dare you? Coming at me? Are you kidding me? I wish I could give my son $200 million if I was a coach. Yo, the NBA doesn't give coaching jobs to guys who may or may not sucker punch one of the players and staff. You need to fall back, Dre. Let's just be frenemies.
Okay.
Damn.
So there's a lot
to unpack there.
there's a lot. There's a lot to get to there. I want to address the Draymond thing with Steve Kerr. Oh God, he's a bit yeah. Everybody always said Draymond shoots like he's got a book bag on, like he's got a backpack on. That's been a running joke for years. What do you think about the idea that Draymond? Because I have my own ideas, and I think I know where he's coming from when he said that. Mm-hmm. Not that I necessarily agree, but I kind of understand where he's coming from when he said that. What do you think about Draymond saying that he could have been more of an offensive player if it wasn't for Steve Kerr?
I think that's a fact for a lot of players in the NBA. But you got to fall in line.
Right.
With a team.
I'd have liked to be play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with a philosophy. You got a lot of these players that come in the league were McDonald's All-Americans and outstanding. Like you look at a guy like Patrick Beverly averaged 30 in high school.
40.
Yeah, you look at Peyton Pritchard averaged 30 in high school. These guys were scorers. Everybody started off as a scorer for the most part. 99% of the league started off with guys that was averaging damn near 30. But when you start going up levels, you have to fall into a pecking order. Now there's this guy; these two score better than you now. So you got to fall into a certain role, or you can't play. Mm-hmm. And Draymond has done a magnificent job of understanding his role as he's gotten higher in levels of play. since high school. So, like, you know, maybe in high school you average 30. Then you get to college and say, oh, damn, I can't average 30. I got to do this to make the team and be effective. But has a high IQ and figured out, like, this is how I got to play to succeed. And could he have done more on another team? Most possibly, but he probably wouldn't have been on a winning team like he was
right,
at Golden
which
State.
makes you wonder, like, if you're not on a winning team, do you even get paid for real?
I mean, I'm going back to the bigger picture. I think he just said that in a briefing, but saying it was best that what turned out happened was best for him.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the best thing for him is that he knew who he was and accepted that early. Like, a lot of guys don't accept being a role player, accept doing a role. It's why they're out the league or just bouncing around from team to team. Yeah, he hindered me, but, you know, he also made me this, is what he's saying about Steve Kerr. And that also turned me into a Hall of Fame player. So, you know, he appreciates that. But would I have liked to have plays drawn up for me and try to be a JJ or a Clay or something like that? Yeah, but that wasn't going to – is that a fit for me to be winning basketball or win championships?
In the situation that you was
in. Depending on where I'm at. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? A lot of guys want to be, you know, featured more and not hindered or put in a box. But when it comes to the bigger pick, like I said, for the greater of the group, what's going to be successful to win, like, you got to fit your role for that team. And he did that again perfectly. And he became like he said, he's a star in his role. And that's why I said he was a superstar role player.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I think gets kind of lost. And I want to give a shout out to my man Ethan because he put this in his newsletter, is that, like, people don't remember the 73 win season that Steve Kerr was out with a bad back. He had back surgery. He missed like the first 40-something games of that season, and it was Luke Walton coaching. And the Warriors went like 37-4 or something crazy like that. And Draymond, because Kerr was out, had more freedom with the offense. It was averaging literally like 14 and 7. He averaged 14 points and 7 assists while Luke Walton was the coach, and he had like this green light. And then Steve Kerr came back and was like, we're being more disciplined. Like, you're doing your role and nothing else.
Was that didn't he have like a big finals that's like where he had like 30 in the finals?
That's the same season. Okay. He dropped 37 in the fucking game 7 of the NBA finals, made like 6 threes.
Yeah.
But like what Draymond would say was like the confidence to be that type of player was beaten out of him by Steve Kerr. In order for him to be the Draymond Green that we realize. And, you know, and again, I always feel like I'm taking up for Draymond because I think he's whenever he speaks, but he's also almost always kind of right.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Neither one of these guys are wrong.
Nobody gave this guy a job. He was a second-round pick. He had to beat out a bunch of people for the opportunity. When he got his opportunity, he killed it.
Yes.
Overachieved. And, you know, the last thing I'll say about this, it's like easy for Austin to be like, Hall of Famer, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer, Klay. These motherfuckers were not Hall of Famers when Mark Jackson was coaching them. Nobody saw, like, remember Steph kept his ankle. Klay was some 10th pick that might pan out or whatever. They were not Hall of Famers until Draymond and all of them became this special kind of team. So to just, like, kind of diminish the guys' accomplishments, like, nah, bro, those motherfuckers became Hall of Famers. We did that together in that context. You know what I mean? Like, y'all wasn't Hall of Famers when David Lee was playing power forward.
Absolutely. He helped.
I would never say that. I would never say that.
That's a wise question.
I would say that Draymond.
Pulling you on you.
I would say that Draymond and what he did helped make the team special, make it championship quality because of what he was doing on defense. He didn't make Klay Thompson. That's crazy. But his part helped make the team special, just like Klay. This motherfucker guarding the best players on every other team on the perimeter, and he's one of the best three-point shooters we ever seen. Like, when have you seen that? And then, of course, Steph is Steph. But, like, I understand why he feels like people are diminishing his accomplishments.
It's going both ways. Dre diminishing Austin's accomplishments as well.
Absurd.
Mind you, neither one of them are wrong, but I can't emphasize this enough. Nobody is given anything in the NBA.
Right.
You earn every minute,
except
every
for
point.
Antetokounmpo.
Again, so like I was getting to that point. Like,
but he doesn't
Austin
play.
Was not like a minimum, give you a fear, like get you on a roster type of deal. Like, he's the brother, put him on a deal for a minimum. No, he got $40 million because he played well.
Yeah.
Draymond earned his 100. Like, he played well. He was in that system. He was that. And when the market was up, and people needed to be like, the best what his market value was. Like, they earned both what they did. So this is just pod beef. So they're gonna diminish both like what they did.
Yeah.
But I can't emphasize enough to the people like who are saying, he's right. They're both not wrong, but they're both wrong in the sense that they weren't given nothing. Like they achieved.
Yes.
Because they earned what they
completely
achieved.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't think Austin is some Nepo baby.
Nah, bro.
Because Paul and Ticket on Ticket Show told a story about Austin as a high schooler.
Yeah, he was playing
coming to play you guys, and like he showed these guys like, no, I'm not just Doc's son. I'm like actually
no, he can't play. He
a player.
People used to watch. Christian said we should watch in high school. We used to go to his games and watch him play.
Word.
They grew up in the same time. Yeah,
he was like that.
It was after their games, everybody would go to watch us like he was hooping in high school.
He had one of the first social media mixtapes, YouTube mixtapes, the Austin Rivers high school collection. He was one of the first with one of those that people was watching.
I didn't. So look, Austin used to come always to our practice and work out and stuff. I didn't know how good he got, right? So it makes sense, when I start thinking about it, back at everything when he was in high school, being all arrogant and talking, and, I had to shut him up a couple of times when he was in high school. Like, boy, everybody made McDonald's. I think I told you, boy, everybody on this bus made McDonald's. Get that shit here. Right there, on the bus with Doc right there.
Yeah.
Man, shut the fuck up. Everybody on this bus made Mickey D's. He was kind of arrogant in high school, but that's who he was, and that's what made him good.
Yeah.
I love the passion. I just love the discussion that is spurred because, I think a lot of people have a hard time seeing a guy who's primarily a defensive player puff his chest out.
It's hard.
You don't get to be an arrogant defensive player.
For sure.
Feel like.
But it's because Dre does it for himself so much. That's why people are rubbed the wrong way by it. Mm-hmm. But I think even in both cases, it's hard for people. They're so quick to accept the negative than the positive. Like, oh yeah, Austin was giving him money. Oh, Draymond, it's like, yo, they had in some good scenario situations, but they were good.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're
I
very
watched both
fucking
of
good.
these guys' careers in real time. Like these guys were players.
They were good. They were very good league players.
There's no denying it. And like I said, Draymond countless playoff games and big moments. I've seen this guy change games on defense, straight up. So to just be like, oh, he rode the coattails and all of that. I think all of those guys, him, Clay, Iguodala, Steph, all of those guys played incredibly special roles to make that team. They won it was 67 and 73 games, and teams don't do like that. You got to be great players to accomplish something like that. And of course, what happened when KD got there, we all understand these guys were great. But Austin challenged. We're gonna get out of here with Austin challenging Draymond to a one-on-one. You mind playing that, Chris?
It was funny. He was getting at the homie in the.
That's why when Portland offered me $40 million, that's why when Phil Jackson was trying to explain the goddamn triangle offense in my living room, I didn't go to New York. I went back to LA to get that bag so I could go play for my pops and I could play freely and be myself, which I actually ended up doing pretty solid as a role player under Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford. That's what my role was. That's all I ever was in the NBA, was a role player. I was never a star. So this whole thing where I'm comparing myself to Draymond, Draymond's a Hall of Famer. And no matter what anybody on this podcast, and no matter what I say, or what anybody says, it's not going to change. He's a first ballot, and he deserves that because he put in the work as his role. See, there's a difference, and this is the last thing I'll say. There's a difference between being a star and being a star in your role. Draymond was a star in his role, one of the best at it. He talks too loose, and he talks with conceit in his voice when he tries to come at other players as if he's better than them. No. You've achieved more because you were a star in your role in a cast that Steve, the guy that hindered your career, placed you in and helped you and embraced you with a bunch of guys on a very talented team, one of the greatest teams ever assembled, that Warriors team. And that's why he's in the Hall of Fame and he deserves to be it. But when you start talking and how he did with Charles, or he starts talking about me, belittling my stuff, or other players, whoa, Dre. You talk about, you need to play Nas one-on-one. But why don't you play me one-on-one, Draymond? Because you can't do no handoffs in one-on-one. You can't set no pick and roll in one-on-one. So all that extra talk is BS.
Okay, so he's challenged him to a one-on-one. We'll see where this one goes.
Who wins the one-on-one right now? Austin Reeves.
I mean, Draymond's in shape.
6'8".
Draymond's in shape.
I mean,
Playing.
Draymond is still in the mid-season.
Yeah.
And he will put the clamps on this dude.
Like if Austin has to get in shape. Like I don't know if Austin's in shape to play right now.
Yeah, I don't to the current NBA
He's
player.
not in NBA shape.
Yeah.
I don't care. You haven't been in the league. You're not in NBA shape.
It's
Like, period. Don't say you don't know. He's not.
He's not.
And Draymond is coming off a season.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some playoff action, guys, man. We put smoke over playoffs over here. The Cavs versus Pistons game 2 in Detroit. Cade Cunningham dropped 12 in the fourth quarter, and the Pistons beat the Cavs 105-97 to win game 2 and take a decisive 2-0 lead in their second-round series against the Cavaliers. Cunningham finished with 25 points and 10 assists. Tobias Harris.
hooping.
Yeah.
Toby, my goodness, dropped
Hooping.
21 points.
Yeah.
And the
Option
top
number
seeded
2.
Pistons
He's option number 2 over there.
have now won 5 straight games since Orlando put them on the brink of elimination in the first round. Donovan Mitchell dropped 31.
There you go.
Jared Allen had 22 and 7 boards. James Harden, though, was 3 of 13 and was limited to 10 points. Harden had 4 turnovers, including one with 33 seconds left when the Cavs trailed by just 6. 2-possession game. Could have got a quick 2-for-1 3. Got to stop. Maybe get another 3. Former All-Star Evan Mobley was not much better, folks. He dropped 9 points. Paul, I got to say the stat of the game for me. Tobias Harris, a guy making $13 million this year. He outscored both Evan Mobley and James Harden by himself.
No, 26. I think he's making about 26.
Nah, Tobias Harris ain't in the 20s.
I think it was like a 2-year 50-something.
Yeah, he got to be, dog.
It ain't no 13. Ain't no way.
It ain't no 13.
Nah, no way. Not today's NBA.
Not in today's
Yeah,
NBA.
ain't no
2
absolute.
years, 52.
Yeah, you split 26 and a half. It's 26.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Not
thought
today.
it was 2 years, 26.
Yeah. You split now.
Nah, not no star
But
in the league.
stat. We didn't get his stat of the day. What's your stat of the day for today's game?
I'm
missed
just
that.
like, no, seriously. It's mind-boggling to me when I look at the stat sheet and I see Evan Mobley. When I watch the game, it's either he don't like basketball or he don't like playing for Cleveland.
I'll say it's the second. He just don't.
Because for the
times
simple fact
playing
he's
with
an
them.
all-star, he's been an all-star defensive player of the year, for me to look up and see he got 36 minutes, you're not getting the ball. Go get it. You 7 feet, 1 rebound. That's just rebounding is a effort stat.
It's inexcusable.
Like, it's a will mindset stat. And if you don't have the will or the mindset in the playoffs in 36 minutes to have any kind of will to get more than 1 rebound when you primarily play in the paint, it says so much without saying anything.
Yeah.
Just the idea that he only gets 10 shots up in this game
But I mean,
bothers me as well.
What was your stat of the day?
Well,
Tobias
James
Harris.
Harden and Evan Mobley got outscored by Tobias Harris by himself.
This is just not a good matchup for James Harden.
Combined. They combined for less points than Tobias Harris. This is like, Evan Mobley's your franchise player. At this point, like, the team is
Jared Allen showed up.
based on the idea that Evan Mobley is like a star of like a very high caliber.
He's supposed to be.
And he's worse than he was last year.
He was projecting.
He was better last year in the playoffs.
He was better during the regular season last year. Playoffs, he had the injury. Remember, he sat out.
I'm
against
saying
Indiana?
last year in the playoffs, he's better than he's been this year in the playoffs.
I think he had good moments in Toronto. Like, he was a lift for them in Toronto series. He started stretching the floor, knocking down a 3. Yeah, he's got to be more active. Like, it's not going to be given to you. He's got to understand that. They're not going to give you, like, with those guys out there, they're not just going to feed you the ball. I don't know what Kenny, but his system is like playoff-wise. But last year, a year ago, he was able to push the ball. Now you got James there. You're not able to push the ball and start the offense no more. You're going to have to go get it, or you have to demand it, or try to seal like Jalen Duren is doing. Like, you got to find ways to be more active. But yeah, this game today was terrible for him, but I think he'll have a strong bounce back next game.
I mean, yes, one game in the last how many games with double-figure rebounds?
It's kind of
That's not. I mean, come on. If you're trying to win a championship,
They've played 9 playoff games. I mean, he's got a few 9 rebound
Yeah, a
games
couple
in there,
9.
but yeah, just one 14 rebound game.
one double-figure rebound game from a guy who a lot of people was comparing to Kevin Garnett.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
right?
Duncan,
AD.
Tim, like
Garnett,
AD, like this
he
is
has not shown that.
it's a mindset though. His talent is there. Like I just don't get it. Like you're a cornerstone, and you've been an all-star defense, but it's just like something has to click.
Does this prove that like the big lineup is not really giving them like the money they thought they would get? Like, is it better for him to be alone as a?
Do you mean? Oh, well.
I mean, Jaron Allen played well, showed up tonight, but them like I feel like they're too reliant on each other.
For them to put more small guys out there when he's getting one rebound.
Yeah, exactly. You should
like,
just
like
go
a different four type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's
shooting four who could put it on the ground and get long rebound. Like I'm starting to think he's not a good fit for this team.
Great point though. It's a tough argument.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I don't know, man. Like can this guy be trusted to like?
But they have no one else.
Man, the middle.
They have no more four men that can stretch the defense.
I mean, Dean Wade was a guy, but he's playing mostly
is
defensive.
Good. He's a good on-ball defender.
Yeah, that's what his role is right now. But he's been there stretch four. Like he was the guy to replace Kevin Love when it happened.
He's not a Tatum who's gonna come in from the wings and just be grabbing double-digit rebounds. Like that's why those Josh Harts. That's why these guys are special because most guys can't do that shit.
He had 5 rebounds at
from
least
that
though.
Position.
Yeah.
For me, man, like I agree with Paul in the sense of just the mentality. It's like, do you have the will to wrestle with this dude in the box?
Oh, shit.
Wrestle with Jalen Duren in the box? Like, not let him push you around?
I will say what hurt them, I didn't realize this, and y'all may not think this is, but Sam Merrill being out, like that eliminates a lot of their shooting.
I mean, he is, he's like one of their most important shooters.
Yeah, floor spacing. I'm like looking like who else is supposed to space and shoot?
He's a target on defense for Detroit
for sure.
right now.
But I mean, you could play him against Duncan Robinson, like you know what I'm saying, like it's with him and Dylan Robinson, they can match up.
I know, but like when the cross matchups happen and they switch it on the down screen and all of that, like, man. And another thing, man, like again with game one, some of the game plan, bro, like the guys that are like you're on the floor with Asar Thompson and Ron Holland and some of these other guys, yet somehow Duncan Robinson is who you lose to get open for a 3. Like, that can't happen.
2 in the fourth.
Like, it can't happen. That, like,
Yeah, quick trigger. I mean, it was very quick trigger.
Duncan Robinson has to put the ball on the floor, Danny.
Strus challenged the first one pretty good.
In the corner. He challenged that one in the corner. That was a quick-ass trigger.
Yeah, that
and
was...
I'm going to give credit to Duncan Robinson. He do be running around, like, with his head cut. Like, he's Steph Curry. Like, he was running around trying to get – and they setting screens on him. But you're right. Like, you got enough space. But that's another reason why, like, the guys that are guarding those guys, they have to guard them. Like, when you're guarding Golden State, the most important guy on the floor is Draymond because he's setting the screen, so you have to be – and he's setting double screens. So the guy guarding him has to be mobile enough to get out and switch or be there for those shooters to not knock him down. So the guys is guarding Asar Thompson and Holland, you can't just keep back or be giving them that much space because they're doing a great job.
Stewart, these are the guys that get in minutes, Danny.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look.
But even with that being said, as bad as they played, they were still in the game.
They were right there.
Both games.
The end. Yeah. They've been a better home team, Paul. Like, are you optimistic that they can turn it around when they get to Cleveland?
I think they can. I think they can get behind their home crowd. I think James will play better at home. I also believe that Mobley, he can go nowhere but up from here. Mm-hmm. Like, the emotions of a home crowd can give you the energy for you to bounce back for a win. Being that it's been so close, and I can see Detroit being a young team kind of getting rattled in this type of environment, second round, because Cleveland is a tough place to play. I've played in a few playoff situations in Cleveland. Like, the crowd is one of the best in the playoffs, and it can be intimidating. So I think Cleveland can get back in it, but I'm just seeing, like, it's showing so many of their weaknesses are just getting exploited all over the place. Yeah. They can't defend on the perimeter. Like, but you have to have Strus out there, but it's tough on him out there. Harden, it's tough on him. They're searching him out. They're hunting him out.
It's one of the small guys. Strus actually coming to play on defense. Like,
they hunt him out though. If you get hunted out, that means we want your matchup.
Yeah.
We want you to guard this guy.
Tobias in that low post, he just catching it, turning around and shooting.
Guys. He's shooting over the top.
He's shooting over
Strus,
yeah, that's what I'm
Harden,
saying.
any one of those guys, he's shooting over the
Dennis.
top. But again, I mean, I'm gonna stick with what I said. I said Cleveland at 6, but this is
Cleveland
probably
in 6.
This is probably gonna go 7 games.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I think Cleveland, they're gonna bounce back at home. They'll win the next 2. I thought Cleveland before
I
the
think
series
at
started.
best this is going 5.
You think they're done in 5?
Detroit's looking like Detroit. Like
Unless I
defensively,
can
they're making
see-
Detroit look
like,
really
seriously,
good
though,
defensively. But I think it's gonna look different on the road.
I don't
Detroit is not that good.
I
on
don't
the road
care
either.
about Mobley and Allen having big games. Harden has to show up for them. He has to.
He
has to have a game to where he has like 4 or 5 threes. He's finding guys double digits assists. Like he has. Like the Harden we saw when he first got to Cleveland in the trade. That's the Harden
Yeah,
they
the
got to
spring
get.
step.
But listen, there was times they beat. Obviously, Toronto's different, but they won games with James not playing as good. He just has to be solid and not turn the ball over, I think, more than anything.
They won a first round matchup. We're talking about going deep in the playoffs.
Detroit's been
when you're
shaky on
going
the road,
deep in the
too.
playoffs, you need guys you can depend on.
If this was Philly, New York, I would say that. But this is, again, Detroit's playing well right now. I've seen what they look like the first round on the road. I think that they'll be solid, but I don't think they'll look as good on the road as they were at home.
So,
And
man,
they only lost by 10, shooting 21% from 3. Detroit shot 50%.
Yeah.
for sure.
they've
I
been
mean,
close.
Detroit. They look like a team that's got confidence about
Yeah,
them.
especially where
They
at.
just coming back from 3-1 down. They win game 1 at home. They feel like a team that like is coming into who they see themselves as. Like we are who we think we are. The Cavs, on the other hand, to start, they look scared. They look shaky.
They're on their heels, bro. They've been on their heels.
They're like
But it's
Donovan
every
Mitchell.
time they're in another building, it looked like that.
One of the great guards in our league. Great handle. Damn near.
To start, but after that he settled in. Like
He did.
He was the reason why they was still in the game.
But
Like
then
that second half.
It's the playoffs. You can't just start like.
Nah, the first half they look really shaky. You can't allow yourself to be put in a hole. But again, they are good enough against this team.
I think. I still think they're good enough to win this series, but they have to play smarter. They have to play tougher.
Yeah.
They just got to be tougher.
They got to be tougher and smart. Like the turnovers and then tougher. They just getting bullied.
Just like you're not strong with the ball, like, bro. It's Donovan Mitchell, and guys are just pressuring him up full court, and it's like he almost doesn't even want to like dribble, and I'm like, guys, yo, like you guys are great players, like Mobley. I get it. He's not like Shaq. He's not gonna dominate nobody in the post, but like, bro, put the ball on the floor and get closer for these shots.
You can take Jalen Duren.
Draw
out the paint.
contact. These guys will foul you. I don't know, man.
It's more so James than anybody. I don't think James is the one. Like I'm used to him bring up the ball more forceful and aggressive. He's getting rid of it and just like
He
He
has
looks slow.
he just looks tired right now, bro. He looks really tired.
Cade. He has to.
Don does. I don't know.
Like if Cade has 25 and 10, Harden has to have like 22 and 9.
He has to offset Tobias.
He has to offset Cade.
No, that's Don's
No, we're talking
job.
about winning the series.
Donovan Mitchell has to do that. Donovan Mitchell has to offset Cade.
No,
but
Donovan
plays
Mitchell-
a different role.
Either
bro.
way, he can still offset Cade.
No,
He's
Harden
not,
has
'cause
they're-
You're 31.
No.
Cade at 25.
I need Harden to offset him if I'm trying to win.
I think he just has
Like
to offset
he's
Tobias.
gonna offset him every night. He offsetted him tonight.
See,
Did he not?
Tobias, yeah, Tobias.
No, he offsetted Cade. But I need Harden to offset Cade. You
So you
understand?
need both of them to offset Cade, is what you're saying.
I need Donovan to just keep being Donovan.
Yeah.
I just need Harden to offset Cade. That gives Donovan a chance to be better than all the rest of them.
My thing about what Cade is doing as opposed to Donovan, when you say Donovan is doing it, it's like Cade is getting 10 assists. He's
Yeah, Harden
drawing
has
help.
22 and
like
9.
The Pistons making 14 threes in a game is because they're getting Cleveland in rotation because their best player is forcing Cleveland to send extra help at them, and they're making good reads and passing it and stuff.
Yeah.
Donovan don't really do that. Like the defense is just
For
like,
sure.
look, we know
Exactly.
you're
I'm
gonna
with you.
shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you score, you score.
But
But
he
we
has to at
know
least
you're
match
not-
Tobias' numbers, what I'm saying. Like, he has to score at least 20. Like,
Yes.
Tobias 20.
Tobias
He can get you
Harris
20.
be doubling,
But
tripling
James
you up,
is
bro.
a assist guy, so he can give you 20 and 10. He can give you 20
Tobias'
and 9.
numbers don't matter if Harden is offsetting Cunningham.
For sure. I mean, he
You know what
obviously
I'm saying?
offset
Because
Tobias
then
too.
you just eliminate Cunningham. Now who's left in the pot? Donovan Mitchell. He's gonna outplay the Tobias. He's gonna do that.
I can't expect James outmatched Cade.
No, I just said I'm not outmatched. He has to. I have to. Why? He can't get you 22 and 9.
Nah,
That's what he averaged this year.
no.
He's not gonna get you.
Cade is averaging 25 and something else. He's giving you 30 and 25.
22 and 9 is
Like, this is one of
offsetting
Cade's like not so great games, and he had 25 and 10.
So
I'm not expecting that from
what
James.
we're saying is that we want James Harden to be way better than he's shown.
James Harden averaged. What did he
20
average
and
this
20
season?
20 and 7.
Yeah.
I mean, he had
if he could
look at
just
that,
get his
28
average.
28 points against the Raptors.
That's what I'm saying. If he could
In
just
I
get
game
told
his
you, bro.
2.
He's gonna give you a game like this. He's gonna give you a game.
23 points in game 5.
He's gonna give you 2 solid games, bro.
22 and 8 in game.
If he give me that, I'm good with that. I'm good with
22
that.
and 10.
If I
That
can
ain't
get
that
from
ain't Cade
one.
numbers. Cade is like
But
28
that's
and
offsetting K pretty much. He's gonna
that's
get what
more
he got
Tobias.
3 more baskets and 1 more assist. That's offsetting him.
That's a
It's
lot
just
more.
hard
Not a
to
lot.
see. It's just hard to see it.
What's a lot is Harden having 10 and Kane having
To be
25. That's a
honest.
lot.
What makes it worse? It says Tobias outscored you and Mobley together.
Yeah.
That's where it's an issue.
That's nuts. All right, folks. Just to catch up on some more Western Conference playoff action, the Spurs shook off Game 1 jitters and beat the brakes off of the Timberwolves 133-95 in Game 2, handing Minnesota its worst postseason loss in franchise history.
Whoa.
This was Wednesday night, tying the series at 1 game apiece. Wemby had 19 and 15, dominant on defense. Again, they did not want to challenge him. Steph Castle had 21. De'Aaron Fox had 16. And the Spurs shot 50% from the field overall, 41 from 3, which, as you guys know, that's just an incredible shooting game from those guys. Ant Edwards, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, and Terrence Shannon Jr. each scored 12 points
Balanced
apiece.
scoring right there.
Balanced but tough. Minnesota coach Chris Finch said, "We got punked." It was the highest scoring playoff game for the Spurs since 1983.
Wow.
Truth, what's your key takeaway for this game?
I think for Minnesota, once they got down early, the urgency wasn't there. Because when you win Game 1 as a road team, you like, all right, we really
Underdog,
came,
too,
yeah, we really came and did what we had to do.
Human nature, they kind of like let up a little
Human
bit.
nature is like, then when you got down early, you just like, damn, all right. Then, when it rains, it stores, and the floodgates open, and then you just be like, all right, we came down here and did what we needed to do anyway. So they just coasted through the rest of the game, I felt like. And it was like, all right, they engine going to be revved up now because they going home.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we went over here, really mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I take them type of games as a grain of salt. San Antonio is not going to dominate this team in Minnesota.
Right.
So, yeah, they lost by a lot, but like I said, the mission was accomplished by Minnesota. We need to steal one down here. That's usually the mindset, steal one. We know against a team who's been great all year, at home, one of the best records in the league, it's tough to beat them twice at their home floor. Mm-hmm. So if you do it once, human nature tendencies just kick in once you get down, and you're just like, all right. Well, they waved the white flag in the second quarter. And it was like, all right, I bet you that plane ride was sometimes, after a loss, you kind of, on a plane, how the mood is, it's probably no talking. On their plane ride home after losing by 40, They was playing cards. We came down here and did what we had to do, fellas.
Yeah.
We throw that out the window. You know what I'm saying? That's how that plane ride was. It wasn't an unhappy. Like, you mad, but you like, we did what we needed to do.
Yeah, that's definitely that's Ant's personality anyway. Like even when they lost against Denver or whatever it was, he was smiling. Like, we cool. I ain't tripping. Lost Game 1. Like, they take on their leadership's characteristics and personality. But what I took from it, man, they made them wave the white flag. I think
for sure.
they came in thought they could get 2. Mind you, if they didn't think they'd get him, they probably would have sat Anthony Edwards second half or earlier, or probably just rested him in Game 2. But they thought they could get 1. Victor was different, and De'Aaron Fox was way different. All his 16 points, I think, were in the first half. Mm-hmm. He was way more aggressive. Victor put his imprint on the game early on, getting closer to the rim, put back dunks, rebounds, and not settling for threes. He took some threes, but it was more so later in the game. Mm-hmm. And then everybody followed suit. Everybody started hooping. Even Champagne came in and joined the party, knocked down some threes. Like, Castle gets still foul trouble, some antics he got to get away from and rid of. But he hooped. Dylan Harper's, still very poised for young rookies out there, looking like a vet. Like, he ain't letting it phase him at all. But they're getting production from a lot of different places. But it started with those two guys, and they got to continue to do. If they want to steal one or win two in Minnesota, like, they got to have those two guys ready to play. And it starts with Fox and then Wemby, and then everybody else will follow suit. Like, they'll be. I think that game one loss was a wake up call, and now they have a little more sense of urgency and a little more maturity, like of just settling into the playoff mode. And on the road, I think they'll be better. Also, they shot terribly game one. They shot great this game. I don't think they'll shoot that great again, but they'll be more demonstrative and aggressive attacking, and their defense will be solid.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I just think Minnesota didn't bring the defensive force that they brought in game one. And like Danny said, a lot of it is the Spurs were just better. They were more focused about the spots that they wanted to put pressure on in terms of Minnesota's defense. But I give all the credit to these young guys. They were like, look, man, these guys came out, stole a game from us. We're not going to let that happen again. But I anticipate Minnesota just playing better. I'm done underestimating this group. And so I think they're going to be able to play well, bounce back in Minnesota, and probably get at least one game.
Yeah, I think they'll split in Minnesota.
You got to remember.
They'll split in Minnesota.
You know the great thing, I think this is the best thing that's happening to them, actually, San Antonio.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because it happened in the first round, too.
It's preparing them for the next round.
Yeah, but they're seeing adversity, and they really don't know what that is until you go through it.
OKC ain't seeing that right now.
This team can't win it. They're young. They haven't been through nothing. Well, they're going through it right now. They went through it in Portland to where there was a pressure game when they went up to Portland to get that win. Yeah. Because they lost at home. Same thing here in the second round. They lost at home, so now this is good for them. They lost. They must win game two. They in must win situations.
Yeah.
And as you go deeper in the playoffs and as you play all these games, you learn more about one another. That helps you on the run. Like when my team came together, we had no adversity. We get to the playoffs, next thing you know, we in a game 7 in the first round. 1 versus 8. It's not supposed to happen.
Right.
So it was good for us to just finally get some adversity. Like, damn, we going through it. Now this is real pressure. This is real pressure.
For sure.
A team that had expectations all year long are backs against the wall, and they could be going home. And it happened in the first round for us, and it happened in the second round. So as we went along, we got better at understanding that. So it didn't go to 7 no more. As deeper we got, boom, 6. It's over. So this is good for San Antonio. This is going to show a lot about their character and who they are.
And on the flip side of it, I don't think OKC is being challenged enough. Like, you go if they say they do sweep this series, you go 8-0 to start. Like,
well, they've been challenged.
They're gonna
be champs though.
They're gonna be it's gonna be a shell shock to guard. Like, actually, if they lose a game, like it's been a while. I remember one time we were a good team too. We won our last whatever games regular season and won our first 2 round sweeps. By the time we won OKC, I think we won the first 2 games, and we finally lost one and they tied it up. It was like, damn, we hadn't had adversity in a while.
Right.
We lost that series. We lost our series being up 2-0. They won 4 straight.
But they've had adversity, and they know what it looked like last year. Denver.
Yeah.
They've been through it, so they mind can
Indiana.
They went to Game 7 in the finals. They know what it looks like, so it ain't going to be a shock to them.
And
it's been
also
a while.
the Spurs and Wemby, they've been talking all year about how they're kicking their asses. And they're going to be ready to play the Spurs.
J-Dub better be healthy, bro.
If that's what it comes
better be
down
healthy.
to. All right, let's get into our favorite part of every single show. That's our Picks of the Night segment, presented by the good people over at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Speaking of Spurs and Minnesota, Game 3 action. The home team is looking like dogs, y'all. According to DraftKings, it's
Spurs 4.5 points.
Spurs are 4.5-point favorites. You get that at -105. You could get the Minnesota Timberwolves money line at a +164. Who do you think wins this game and why, Danny?
I got San Antonio. I do think they split in Minnesota, but I think San Antonio gets his first one. They got a little fire under them now, and they know it's at stake. They don't want to be trailing in the series throughout the whole series. Like, they got to take the lead at some point. You see Miss Johnson on the sideline yell, hit. Like, every time Edwards got the ball, they trapping, they active, not just the players, but the coaching staff. And, they're playing like this is a must-win game. Like, they got to get the first one. So I think they'll get the first one.
You think they cover?
I think they cover. I think it's going to be like a 6-7 point win.
You want me to answer who I think going to win? Hold on 1 second. Let me see if KG going to the game. Hey, Tiki, you going to the Minnesota game 3 for the Spurs? No, you don't know yet? All right, let me know when you know. All right, man. Because if KG at the game, the energy in that building,
it's going to be different.
It's going to be different. So that's vital information when you try to get placed.
Let's assume KG's going to be there.
If he's at the game, I'm going to
Edwards played at another level when he there.
Minnesota by blowout.
So Paul likes Minnesota. Let's get into some over-under. Wembanyama points. Pretty high. Over-under 27 points. Ooh. That's at a minus high. 113.
That is high for him. I'm gonna go under.
What about you, Paul?
I gotta take the under. I mean,
they don't need him to do he just has to be defensive, and they put so much pressure on him. They making other guys beat them. Minnesota is doing that. The same thing they're doing to Anthony Edwards, they're doing to Wemby.
Physically gonna pick back up.
Yeah, Julius Randle, they're gonna let him play more physical.
Yeah, they're gonna let him play a little bit more. I don't know.
What about Ant Edwards? Over under 24 points. That's at a minus 104.
Minute restriction.
Not seeing it.
Under. Again, that 18 points was a great game for him.
You guys don't understand. At home in the playoffs, he's got to play more minutes.
They've been trapping him, man.
The season is on the line.
Mitch is like, somebody else going to beat us.
I'm going under. I'm going under as well. I think the Spurs are going to be keyed in on Anthony Edwards.
I think he's finally going to get a rhythm. He had it, but he didn't have it until the fourth quarter of game 1. None in game 2. Home, comfortable. He getting his best meal, massage. He was comfortable at home.
Yeah. He's gonna be ready.
Yeah, he's gonna be ready.
All right, folks, that's our picks of the night presented by the great folks at DraftKings Sportsbook app.
All right, we got to talk about this week because things are getting real. You got games coming down to the wire, people acting like experts all of a sudden, and this is actually perfect timing since we teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook.
That's right. Thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this.
And for new customers, listen up. This is simple.
New DraftKings customers who bet just $5 get $100 in bonus bets instantly, and plus a profit boost every single day of the NBA playoffs.
Hold on. Say that again for the people in the back.
New DraftKings customers who bet just $5 get $100 in bonus bets instantly, and plus a profit boost every single day of the NBA playoffs.
I'm ready. Let's do the damn thing.
Bet player props, points, assists, rebounds, the same things you hear discussed on the show, or bet live as the adjustments happen in real time.
Don't say we never gave you nothing.
So make sure you sign up using promo code NFG.
That's promo code NFG. Don't mess it up.
The crown is yours.
All right. We got a final in OKC, y'all. The Lakers got smoked again. They kept it close for a lot of the game again.
Yeah.
And then, Paul, 107 Lakers, 125 OKC. What's your assessment of what happened in this game?
Like I said last episode, OKC is like that UFC fighter who likes to wrestle. They don't throw hands. They get you on the ground and choke you until you just say, "Damn!" They just keep you on the ground.
Different
for
maneuvers,
5
different
minutes.
locks.
They
arm
lock.
lock.
Got you rolling into the gate. They got you rolling on, but you never get off the ground because he's just constantly on top of you, putting pressure on you. And that's what until you just get too tired and worn out, and then you just tap out. I mean, that's just pretty much what we see from OKC. They wear you down with their depth, and they discourage you with their defensive rotations and turnovers. And then they got guys who you never heard of come off the bench any given day that'll go out there and hurt you. Yeah. And tonight it was like you've heard of these guys.
AJ Mitchell had a great game.
Yeah, McCain comes off the bench.
McCain had another great game.
Very efficient for OKC today.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
They just have so many weapons. And then next game it'll be like
Case and Wallace
with 20.
They shot 56 from the field, bro.
It's ridiculous. Aaron Wiggins hasn't seen no minutes, but it'd be a nice somebody don't play foul trouble. He can come in and do this.
Yes, it's amazing the depth. We talk about it all the time, but you get to see it in action in real time watching his team. Chet had another good game. Shea, they're sending all the help at him, and to his credit, he's just getting off the ball and letting his teammates cook. Danny, what'd you think about tonight's game?
I mean, he's a guy that said he has all the answers. I'm looking at the stat sheet. Is that right? Is that 56%? Because it says they shot 50 from the field. I don't see them shooting that efficiently. 55.6. But yeah, they're making the guys beat them, and they are. Like Chet answered the call. He's knocking down shots. You got A.J. Mitchell knocking down shots. Like game one, I don't think they were as efficient. Mm-hmm. But they're taking the ball out of Shea's hands. They're making him make plays, and he's doing it. He still got his 20 ball. He was efficient, 7 for 13. Still got the free throw line a little bit. I think mostly toward the end. Big Jalen Williams played well. Like they have guys stepping up night in, night out. And of course, off the bench, Jared McCain with 18 points. Like you just don't game plan for that. That's hard to game plan for.
Don't have enough.
That's what it feels like, honestly.
I think they get because they shot great. They're at home. They took care of the home court. They did what they're supposed to do. This strategy hasn't worked tonight. I think it was more efficient in game one. The Lakers just couldn't score enough. They got to find some scoring. I think they'll score a little bit better at home. And
who do you need to score better?
DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, come on, but you got 31 from Reeves, 16 from Rich Hachimura, 23 from LeBron, 14 from Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't need
107 is not enough in today's
but it's
NBA.
not on Ayton.
I'm not saying it's on him. I'm just saying
because when Ayton has like 15 and 10,
Marcus Smart with another.
I'm not putting any blame.
Marcus Smart is gonna have 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not putting the blame on anybody. I'm just saying who can score for more for you. Smart could be more efficient, and DeAndre Ayton could give you double digits. That might get you at 115, 120. That gives you a chance. If you can get 115 and hold them to 112 when they don't shoot as good, you can get one game. So
I think it's unreasonable to think that this group should be scoring more against the best defense in the league.
Right.
Like, I think the Lakers. The problem for me is when you watch the Houston. It's crazy.
I don't say they should be scoring more. I said they can.
Okay, cool, sure.
That's why in a series you can have a night. They can have a bad night. That's why.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying they beat the series.
Night.
I'm just saying they have a night where they play good. Austin finally played really good.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't expecting that from him.
Some of the turnovers early, it looked like he wasn't ready for the ball pressure, but he settled in.
Yeah. But he played better. Bron still played solid. Like those two guys were solid. Like other guys were, and at home those other guys will fit. Like Rui played well, but the other guys would come in and knock down some shots.
This
at
looks
home,
like you got any brothers?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Younger?
Yeah, all of them.
Are you older than any of them?
Yep, older, all of them.
You know, the one little brother you put in the headlight, you let him out, and you get him back in it again. It's like you know you got him. That's what this looked like. You let him out. Like get some. Man, come here. Like that's what this looked like.
To be honest, to Paul's point, like when I'm watching, I'm thinking back to the Rockets series, where these guys were insanely undisciplined, looked like they never played with each other, couldn't exploit. Like the Lakers are playing Luke Kennard and Jake LaRavia and then Austin. These are not neutral defenders, Danny. These are minus defenders. These are bad defenders. They're not average. They're below average defenders. And Houston could do nothing to exploit these guys. And then I'm watching a team that like.
I mean, Jake's only getting 10 minutes.
I'm just saying, when he's in the game, he's fooled.
I don't think I think he's a better defender than Luke. I think he's a bigger body. I don't think he's as bad of it. But yeah, again, I don't think Austin's a terrible defender. I don't think they're terrible defenders. I think they're just not great defenders. Yes,
they're below average.
I would say that. Something, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when a team is going against below average defenders, you should be able to exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston just had no ability to do that.
Yeah.
And God bless JJ. He's game planning it up. But at a certain point, as Paul said, you run into a wall in terms of your talent deficiency. Like OKC's seen this hard double at Shea for 3 years now.
For sure.
They know exactly how to attack it. And they're like, we're going to make you motherfuckers go side to side. Mm-hmm. We're going to tire you out. When we finally get one of your little guys, if you got a size deficiency, quickness deficiency, or you make one quick mental mistake, we're popping out on the screen. Like, they
were in the game, though. The first game in this game, in the game most of the game.
They're in the game.
And I will say this. Yes, I'm not by any means saying they'll win the series. OKC has lost a game.
The one game
OKC has lost. They have a chance to
win
win a game. They have a chance to win a game. But no, I don't see them. That's why I said I don't think OKC is going to face adversity in the series.
The series,
like they're going to go through the first 2 series of being like, oh, we're good, and then you're going to face those Spurs like, oh damn, punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
All right, it's been a while since we got challenged like this. Christmas,
no, I get
in-season tournament, or when they played them in January. That was the last time they played Spurs, like January, early February.
Don't put the Spurs in the conference finals yet.
Yeah, I think it's early.
I'm not,
to do
but
that.
I'm just saying, even if they fit Minnesota, it's still one of those teams that's like gonna punch them in the mouth and be like, damn, we not ready we haven't had this in a while.
Yeah, I think the series is functionally over. Obviously, the Lakers would have to win 4 out of 5 against OKC without home court advantage.
Without Luka, without everybody healthy.
This series is functionally over. Let's move on to the New York Knicks. Philadelphia 76ers last night. Embiid was ruled out right before game time. Woke up with soreness in the hip and also had an ankle injury he was dealing with. So he missed the game. During shoot-around, it was announced. Still, the Sixers hung in there.
They played.
Really tight game. Got to crunch time.
They balled out.
They just couldn't score down at the end of the stretch of the game. The Knicks ended up beating them 108-102. Take a 2-0 series lead. Jalen Brunson was big down the stretch. I thought Mikal Bridges
was great, bro.
Was impressive in the fourth quarter.
He's been great this series. He's been great this series.
It's just the Sixers, I think they just ran out of gas in terms of they generated some decent looks. They had some open corner threes. Like, so they had some decent looks.
I think it's more so mental. Like, they just had some really bad possessions at the end of the game.
Sure.
There's some bad shots. And one in particular, I was like, PG, damn. Like, you were down 5. They took a 3. Like, you didn't need, like, you could have went and got a quick 2. It was like 40 seconds. Just execution. But they hung in, man. Again, they fight. They fought. They're gonna fight. I think this is a team that they can win in Philly. They can win a game or 2 in Philly. I don't know if they'll win both. Mind you, with the absence of OG, I'm expecting. I don't know if you've seen or not.
Yeah, he's gone. He's done for the series.
But that hamstring.
They're calling him day to day. He's not
that
coming
hamstring,
back in the series. That's like at least 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Minimum.
that hamstring is like. They didn't say any grade or anything, so it's just like a strain. It's just a light strain. So there's no tears in there or anything, which is good. So he's a guy that they're so good they won't need him till the finals.
I disagree. I think they would.
You think they need him against
in Detroit? They would need OG Anunoby.
And they need him this series.
To guard Cade. I think
they
so.
need him in this series. You know what
he's
averaging 20+ points.
He is a big factor.
Yeah,
he's a big factor.
He's playing.
But I'm saying the Knicks are good enough with the pieces they have. Cat, if he doesn't stay out of foul trouble,
they're up 2-0. So
Mikal Bridges is solid, making some good, like Jalen Brunson. They have some guys that can score. And Philly's down a body, down Joel Embiid. Like, if he doesn't play again,
Philly is used to playing without Embiid. New York is not used to.
That don't
playing
mean
without
they win
Embiid.
without him a lot.
They made it to the playoffs pretty much without Embiid this year.
I don't see you being a New York Knicks team without Joel Embiid. Like, you can probably get one win.
I remember before this series started, when y'all asked me who did I have, I said, whoever's the healthiest in this series is going to win. And there's health issues with Sixers and there's health issues with New York. Now, with the Sixers, Joel can come back any day.
Yeah.
I believe that Anunoby is out this series.
He's done.
And so, which is unfortunate, dude. When you have a contending team and you need everything to come together, you need health, everything to just align. New York has been one of the unluckiest teams year in, year out since Jalen Brunson's era. I truly believe Sixers going to get back in this series.
Yeah,
I saw how they played in New York.
I agree with you with that. They need OG more this series than the next. That's what I'm saying.
They need and if Anunoby is not going to play, and if somehow Embiid comes back game 4, I can see, and Philly finds a way to win game 3.
He might come back in 3.
I don't see New York winning this series. Without Anunoby.
I think a lot of it relies on Mitchell Robinson.
I think the Knicks are fine, man. They got 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
Like, Joel is very limited, and so if they're going to play him 35 minutes, the Knicks offense is going to feast.
Yeah, John
because
Brunson
he cannot
be in
move.
a drop. He's in a drop.
They're gonna call that man up for trillions of pick and rolls, and in that it was just found money. Like, they just straight up could do anything.
Mikal Bridges mid-range, Jalen Brunson mid-range.
To me, what I liked about game 2 was that Joel wasn't there, so they played way better defense. They made it way tougher on the Knicks to score.
They could
play faster, And it was Maxey. Like, Maxey had that 17-point second quarter. In the third quarter, Mike Brown was like, yo, we're not letting this kid beat us anymore. They're sending hard doubles at this dude 35 feet from the basket. And Philly generated beautiful looks, a bunch of open corner threes, Oubre wetting them, Edgecombe, Paul.
With all of that, they only had 100. Like the problem is they can't score, just like the Lakers. They don't have enough scoring.
Yeah, I know.
102 plays. They played great and had 102.
And I think the Knicks, honestly, probably shouldn't go so hard. It's like, if this kid's going to play 47 minutes, motherfucker, take 35 shots. Beat him shooting at 35 times,
so now,
bro.
like, when you don't have Anunoby, what's the matchup?
Kel Bridges.
So I think Bridges. No, Bridges stays. Josh Hart stays on. They might go with Shamet. They might go with Deuce McBride.
That's a bad matchup. That's a bad matchup.
Wait. So you're saying who's the starters?
I think Bridges is still going to
guard
guard
Brunson,
Maxey.
of course. Bridges and Hart, and then the fourth
Hart's
one.
going to guard Paul George. Josh Hart is, which I think is fine. He just got to make Paul George put the ball on the floor. Like, and this whole shit where you just letting this dude catch and shoot is crazy. Oubre is not a one-on-one.
No, he's not, but he can get.
I don't know who they start. Is it Shamet or what? Deuce McBride? Deuce or Shamet? Is that what you're saying? Like, who off the bench is going to roll?
Who do you start now without Anunoby?
It's probably Deuce.
So that takes
not you just put him on Edgecombe.
I know, but this is the thing. These are the characteristics that they lost with Anunoby. They lost consistency that he's been giving them.
Yeah.
A guy who's a threat, not only from the three, but driving to the lane. You lose a guy who's tough defender, who can guard probably all 5 positions.
Yeah.
That is a lot to lose. That is a lot to lose out your lineup. Like, you could put him on anybody on the court. He's a threat everywhere on the court, and he's out for the series. That is a lot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look,
I'm sure I think it's a lot, but I think they're so talented. They have
a lot tougher. But to me, they probably do a lot more Mitch and Cat out there just to become more defensive and, be
That's
better
if Mitch is not sick or.
You can help more now on Jalen Brunson without Anunoby out there. You can send, like how they play Shea, like how they how they play Cade Cunningham. You can just pretty much do that to Brunson now.
Yeah, but then you're giving up a lot of offensive glass.
But then you got Cat. But then they could stop working through Brunson and work through Cat instead. And if the Knicks have multiple ways to attack this team.
Yeah, they do, but Anunoby is a huge piece.
Yeah.
So the Knicks are done. The series, you think the Knicks
I don't think it's done because the lack of depth from Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah.
Nah.
They need one. They're a piece.
They don't have enough scoring.
They don't have enough. They need.
I thought Barlow was good when he came
Like,
in.
if Grimes hoops and Edge, like they start hooping, then yeah. Like, Grimes got to hoop with Edgecombe and Kelly. Like,
stay down 2-0, man. You have one bad game in Philly. Functionally, like, you're finished. And again, like, this Joel come back. I don't think Joel is gonna help them like that.
All right, so listen.
This is not
he
his
gets.
serial.
I think he helps them when he puts Cat in foul trouble.
Do you remember last year what Joel did on one leg?
2 years ago, yeah.
Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, when it was 7.
Yeah, I remember.
He had bull palsy.
On one leg.
Eyes.
When they lost.
He was on one
Went to
leg,
7 games.
scoring 40 points.
I think his best attribute for them is to get those guys in foul trouble. If you can get Mitch and Cat in foul trouble, that helps them a ton.
I think they needed this game, man. Yeah. And they were right there until, at the very end, it kind of slipped away for them. But I think the Knicks are going to end up taking this, which is not great. Like, they're up 2-0, you know what I mean? Again, they still have the home court advantage. They have a lot of things in their favor. Yeah. I thought they played incredible.
They had a great game. They had a great game.
Basically, for
I thought the Knicks was about
minutes,
to. I'm like, the Knicks about to blow this.
They played damn near perfect.
The Knicks is playing with their food. They about to smoke this one.
Paul Pierce could have missed for 2.5. Paul George, excuse me, could have missed for 2.5 quarters. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. All right, folks, that's our show for today. Make sure you're locked into this YouTube. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel of No Fouls Given. If you're listening on audio, make sure you leave us a nice 5-star rating and a review. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
This has been a Playmaker production.